What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our tutorial world here on the Bedrock edition, where today I have been figuring out loads of different things. Now, I've been in my redstone test world, and for the life of me, it's like 9 of the item elevators that I've got in my redstone test world just don't work on Bedrock edition. I don't know if there is a way around using the glass item elevators, but I did have a play around and I did manage to come up with completely jamless and lossless item elevator using droppers, which as you can see is ticking away very nicely at the moment. And once it's run out of items, I've just done a complete test. I've whacked in like a stack of each food types, so they're all going to be working their way through to the chest at the top, and we're going to have a look at that to make sure that there's no loss or none of them's getting stuck in the droppers on the way up after. I did do a fair bit of testing in my redstone test world, but we're going to hop straight into this tutorial. We're going to need some droppers, obviously, a comparator, a couple of repeaters, a lot of redstone torches, and a block of your choice. Then obviously hoppers and chests to where you want to feed it to and from. So let's get them on our hotbar. Now, let's just start with our hoppers. Depending on how high you want this is entirely up to you, which is how comes I'm not saying how many hop droppers you need. Not hoppers, droppers. So let's just say go up to about here. There's also another couple of things that I've learned. If we just whack a chest on the top here, this is where you're going to be collecting it. You can put a hopper up here if you want, run into a chest, that also works. But yeah, you can't open chests while you're standing on them, which I thought was really weird. It's another little thing that you can do in console that you can't do in this. And also you can place single chests next to each other in a variety of different sort of directions, and they won't connect unless they're actually facing the same way, which I thought is a pretty cool little feature that you've not got on the console, not that I've noticed so far. But yeah, we're just going to jump straight into this. So we've got our line of droppers running up. What you want is a comparator coming out, just like so, with a repeater coming out of that. And then we want some redstone dust just coming here, and then we want another repeater coming back towards the comparator with our redstone dust facing into that. Now our first block over here is where we then want another line to be running from the repeater facing out from the comparator, running round, not into a comparator, into another repeater, into this block here. And then the easiest way that I find doing the redstone torch towers is just to tower up alongside it, and then you just do every other one. So do that, 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 and then we can just break out all of these blocks. I don't think that one's going to be necessary, but I'll leave it there for a second. Like so, like so, like so, like so, like so. And then this is just going to be our redstone torch tower. Thankfully with the drop elevators that they're pretty much completely silent until the very final few items go through, and that's where the last droppers try to kick off when they've not got any items. That's the only time the droppers actually make a tick, when they're facing upwards, as if you try to dispense and there's nothing inside the actual dropper. So we do that, and then we shouldn't need that one up there. Now obviously you can run this as high as you want, so let's just say run it one more, because I really don't like the torch facing like that. There we go. Oh yeah, and we need our chest up there. And that is pretty much the entire elevator. Now, with the comparator, you want it in subtract mode, not in plus, and I'll show you a reason for that in a second. Now, I did throw a full stack of each food type, and got, 5 full stacks up there. We've got the chicken, the steak, the rabbit, the pork chop, and the mutton. So, let me just grab a couple of stacks of these, and let's just throw them through again while I run you through how this all works. Now the reason why this needs to be on subtract, as you can see over there, is because if it wasn't and you have items flowing into this at a rate quicker than it's kicking it up, that this comparator system would just be turned permanently on, which means it will no longer send a pulse to send the items up. And I can show you how this is. If we say get rid of that redstone dust there, get rid of that dropper there, and then we need like 9 full stacks of an item. So first of all, take it off subtract, and then let's just grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we fill it all up. Now, as you can see, it is still blinking. Now it will blink because the signal coming into the side is greater than the signal coming from the back that it's reading from this thing, the dropper. But as soon as the dropper comes full, it will then output a signal, well, not output, but it will be receiving the signal of a full container, which will be 15, which will be equal to the signal that is coming in from the side. So if we throw that full stack in, that system then gets turned permanently on. But if it's in subtract mode, it will just carry on ticking away like a good one. So then we can link that back up, but we're also going to want a dropper just to make sure that it does go all the way through. I've got to make sure that's actually facing the right way. It does look like it is. And then we can just link this back up. And just make sure, yep, it is all going up. And then this one has stopped its cycle. So the one good thing about this is that it's fully automatic also, and you won't get the issue of a constant clock running in your world. So just make sure that both full stacks made it to the top. Yep, and we've still got full stacks up there. So happy days. This one's going to tick away until it's done. Now there is something that I would like to get any of your advice on if you're playing on Bedrock Edition and you needed a design for an item elevator and you're currently watching this, that is there a way of switching off the autosave function? Because each time I do one of these tutorials, afterwards I have to sort of tear it all down to get ready for the next tutorial, because I like doing the entrance here and I like working with a clean background because my redstone test world is an absolute mess of contraptions. So coming here to do the actual tutorials is a lot simpler and a lot cleaner for me. But yeah, it's like there's no way to save without quitting, and there's no way of that I've found of turning off autosave. So yeah, if there is a way and I'm just missing it, please do let me know in the comments down below. But hopefully you found this tutorial useful, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.